These niggas ain't bigger than me. These niggas ain't Nas, ain't Jigger than me. These niggas ain't M, they ain't 50 to me. You ain't Pun, you ain't Pac, you ain't Biggie to me. These niggas ain't Crips, they ain't 60s to me. These niggas ain't Bloods, they ain't dripping with me. Niggas talking that shit by the new generation, man. Fuck these niggas, I slash your fucking faces. You niggas ain't so shit, not an album or a rock. Pussy nigga putting rings on my old bitch. Dick down the throat ass niggas, old hoe ass niggas. Happy cause you went gold ass niggas. These niggas ain't spitting with me, you ain't sicker than me. Fuck out my section, you ain't sitting with me. This for very important people, it's clear that we not equal. Clear you niggas faggots, I'm the Black Marshall man. Like yin 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 on a motherfucker. Who needs Hulk Hogan when you got Sting on this motherfucker? Less than 5 albums, kiss the ring on this motherfucker. California throne and I'm the king on this motherfucker. I don't wanna hear it. Weak ass lyrics, crying on the hook, thinking we gon' feel it. Oh, lost ass niggas, voice crack when you talk ass nigga, rolling blunts for the boss ass niggas. I came in with Ye, Jeezy and boss ass niggas. Your freshman cover a whole bunch of soft ass niggas. Tampon lyricists evacuate the premises. Mute BET ciphers cause I don't wanna hear that shit. May you rest in piss, you fuck niggas. Hey Frank Ocean, go ahead, fuck these fuck niggas. Yeah, they fuck niggas. Ain't no 3 stacks in your class, so take your top 10 spot and shove it up your ass, bitch boy. Niggas already fucked your bitch, you bitch boy. And every time you kiss on that hoe, you suck my dick, you bitch boy. And when you buy that hoe a bag, that bitch carry my bricks, you bitch boy.
Man, look at here, look at here, look at here. Versus just ended. UGK, 8 Ball, MJG. Get some South in your mouth. It was crucial. You got to go back and review it. You got to go back and review it and see who played the better hits. You know what I mean? Because it was close. I told Sutek I ain't doing no vote on that. You know what I mean? I love both camps. Grew up on both camps. Both camps was inspirational in my growing up, especially in the music and how, you know what I'm saying, how relatable it was to me and my situations and things of that nature. I remember when Murder came out, I was sitting on my bed in my grandmama's house and I used to play it. She used to tell me turn my music down, you know what I'm saying? She was, old and she didn't want me playing my music the way I had it, but you know what I'm saying? I was thugging. And I told my cousin, man, forget what she talking about. Turn that joint up. I turned the volume all the way up and I was booming. Murder. Man, listen, man. She ain't whoop me or nothing like that. But she was mad at me, man. You know what I'm saying? I ended up turning it down, though. My cousin thought it was funny. But, man, it was the new UGK. Like, who was going to turn that down, bro? Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up on UGK. You know what I'm saying? And then 8 Ball and MJG. You know, I grew up on them. So every song that they actually played, I knew every song. Every song. Even they songs they were featured on with other artists. Every song. They was just going back to back. Like, it's just tough for me to actually come away with a winner on that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how y'all feel about it, but, you know, that one right there, that versus right there was like a really, 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 really big deal. A really big deal for me. I don't know how everybody else felt about it, but it was a big deal for me. And it went well. If you did miss it, you know what I'm saying? If you buy that action, you know, I would highly recommend that you get into that particular episode or whatever. It's gonna run the views up. I'm gonna tell you why, because a lot of hip hop artists, especially in Atlanta, and other places, or just in general, like everybody grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? The T.I.s, the Jeezys, the Gucci's, the 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying? All of them, out that era where the South just took over the rap game, everybody grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? So it touched generations. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed the verses tonight. It's unfortunate that it ended so soon. I wish it could have. They had enough albums between the two of them. They had enough material on albums where they just could have continued to just keep going and vibing, and the room would have still been turned up. You know what I'm saying? When you go back and you look at their overall body of work, and then all the features and things that they did on other albums, uh, it was still some big records that they could have played, and they played some big records. You know what I mean? Like Sutek wanted them to play that coming out hard and all of that. I'm telling you, they still had a lot of material out there, man. But Tennessee to Texas, it always been about Tennessee to Texas. First concert I ever went to was UGK. They came up here and performed at a club called Palladium. It was in Antioch. You know what I'm saying? It got shut down real quick, but when it was popping, it was the one. The whole city had to come out for that. Club Palladium, they performed in there. You know what I mean? I remember the whole No Limit and Pimp C beef. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted that song on his album or whatever. I don't know what was going on, but it was some turmoil between P and Pimp C. And you know what I'm saying? The first thing he said when they got ready to perform that song, man, you know what I'm saying? He was like, fuck No Limit. He was going crazy. But yeah, man, that was it right there. That was my hot boy days too. I was popping. But I see we got a little low crowd today. I'm pretty sure that the other dudes, they went live. Are they live, or did they go live, or what's the status on that? You know what I mean? I'm not tapped into anything like that, but I know that it was a lot of energy from those guys, and they wanted to weigh in on something that you know that had them in their feelings. So I don't know if they actually hit the live button or not, or if they're going to just wait and do their thing at that time. But man, that was awesome. That was real life. That was some real life good verses right there for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like all the other verses. It was unique in its own way, and it was legends for real, real. The Underground Kings, rest in peace, Pimp C. And I could tell it was hard for Bun B because Ball and G, they right there, and you know what I'm saying. It's two of them up there, and these are the four hardest people in our times, really. So and then Outkast come behind them, but it is what it is. So tonight, man, we're gonna get into the shit show, episode 4, brought to you by yours truly, Sean P. In a Place to Be. The title of this particular build is called "The Power of Stupidity," and stupidity and power. I know they're kind of going one way and another, but there's something that I really want to get into, and y'all really don't know where I'm going with this at all. I know a lot of people don't know where I'm going with this at all, and it's gonna probably draw a couple of people in, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't doing it. It won't be a lot shenanigans and shit like that. All the stuff that people like to get into, keep up the drama, so on and so forth. But like I said, somebody else live tonight. I think you can confirm that or not. Hold on, I'm getting a message real quick, and then I'm gonna share my screen, man, and walk through what I want to actually get into. Oh, absolutely, I want to see that too. So let's get into it, man. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend we live. You know what I mean? I don't expect to see Chavez in the crowd. I think he kind of ducked off. He was caught up with it on his TV and all that. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hold Up. What do you say right here? All right, so I see we got a couple of more people in the building. Hey, Juju, what's up? What's the status? I know this was all about having a conversation and trying to arrange some things of that nature, but you never sent me that information about some of the questions, comments, concerns, et cetera, that you was going to have, and how the facilities and all of that was going to look, and what the process was. It'd be very interesting to actually inform me on, but I do realize that you've been busy yourself, and you probably spoke to somebody else, or didn't have time. to actually inform me on that, but keep us on the loop and let us know what's gonna go on with that. Yeah. Nah, I ain't busy. I'm working. It's a difference. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like when I be doing like little stupid stuff and all that, man, I be working. It be passing time for me. Uh, so I don't want nothing to get confused. It just be a distraction. You feel me? So and it help me get through my day and make my day speed a little bit up. So it's all good. But yeah, I do that. Cool. So let me get my screen share real quick, man. And this gonna be interesting. This is going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, man. For those of y'all just peeping in, hit the like button. It don't cost you a dime. It don't cost you a dime to hit like. Where Pure Black at? Pure Black over there arguing with somebody. Juju, where you come from? Somebody else live stream? Or was you tapped into the verses too? Ying ying ying. That's what Keenan love it when they come on. Ying ying ying. What up, Dundada? What's good with you, bro? All right, so again, tonight's show is called tonight. You know, we're getting into the shit show. It's the power of stupidity, stupidity and power. Yeah, so we're gonna analyze something real quick, and we're gonna actually get into all of that. Okay, I got you. Yeah, we all working. Let's work it out together. Let's get into it. Ying ying ying. All right, so nah, this ain't what I'm trying to get y'all into. Look at that, boom. I can't let y'all see that. Let me hide that. Let me hide that. All right, so we're gonna get into this particular bill, man. It's gonna be a little nice little conversation. You know, we're gonna talk about the stupidity and power. It's actually a pamphlet. It's a book, 67 pages, but it's some powerful information here. So what you're going to do is you're going to see me break this down a little bit for y'all, but actually get into the whole bill. I got my last two books. Okay, that's what's up, Lamar. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad that you got your books. I know you didn't really say anything too much in regard to that. Ah, okay. What they over there talking about? Nah, man, don't tell me. But anyway, let's get into this. Like all human creatures, also stupid people vary enormously in their capacity to affect their fellow men. Some stupid people normally cause only limited losses, while others egregiously succeed in causing ghastly and widespread damages, not only to one or two individuals, but to entire communities or societies. The damaging potential of the stupid person depends on two major factors. First of all, it depends on the genetic factor. Some individuals inherit exceptional doses of the gene of stupidity, and by virtue of the inheritance, they belong from birth to the elite of their group. The second factor, which determines the potential of stupid persons, is related to the position of power and consequences which they occupy in society. He or she occupies in society. Among bureaucrats, generals, politicians, and heads of states, one has little difficulty in finding clear examples of basically stupid individuals whose damaging capacity was or is alarmingly enhanced by the position of power which they occupied or occupy. Religious dignitaries should not be overlooked. So I want to go over again the two potentials here. All right. So the two individuals in the communities and societies, it goes along like this. First, right? Individuals inherit doses of genes of stupidity and by virtue. Second, stupid persons is related to a position of power and consequence which he occupies in society. I want you to think about that. when you're observing conversations and things that are transpiring between sections of people and people that are instigating and or inserting themselves into particular conversations, what is it that these stupid people are doing? What is it that they're doing the most? They're instigating the conversation. They are actually looking for an increase in the drama, right? Yeah, science. Hold up. You mean to tell me that that dude over there on that platform is talking about science versus? Never mind. Let's continue. The question that reasonable people often raise is how and why stupid people can reach positions of power and consequence. How do stupid people obtain that type of power? And what I mean by that is, as you can see, entertainment is very relevant and prevalent among people that we associate with. When it comes to properly edifying and educating people, it's less views. But when it's a shit show, the views are up. And what happens in that realm, you have a group of people who don't even follow the everyday standards of properly edifying and educating the people. They seem to get all the attention. Anyways, so class and caste were the social arrangements which favor the steady supply of stupid people to positions of power in most societies of the pre-industrial world. Religion was another contributing factor. So stupid people gain positions of power because of two contributing factors: the pre-industrial world and the religious section. In the modern industrial world, class and caste are banished both as words and as concepts, and religion is fading away. We can agree religion is fading away. But in lieu of the class and caste, we have political parties and bureaucracies. In the lieu of religion, we have democracy. Within a democratic system, general elections are a most effective instrument to ensure the steady maintenance of fractions among the powerful. One has to keep in mind that according to the second basic law, the fraction of the voting population are stupid people, and elections offer to all of them at once of magnificent opportunity to harm everybody else without gaining anything from their action. That's a very powerful statement. Voting populations of stupid people voting, electing, right? Which causes harm to everyone else. Think about the significance of certain leadership positions, whether it's in the Senate or the House, whether it's local politics, your mayor, your governor, right? All these people of or Senate and House and your local government, wherever your local bureaucracy is or how it's structured, is there. Whether you're in the United States or overseas, wherever you at, you know what I'm talking about. But stupid people can empower stupid people. We just went through that with a president that we just had elected, did his 4 years, and then he was out. But prior to that, he hasn't always. I mean, he's always been known as a real estate failure, even though they label him a mogul. He knew how to bankrupt the business, but survive in the same instance to where his name wasn't tarnished, but the business would go under. And he played both sides of the argument till he got himself in a position of power. And then he looked like a total jackass because he blew everybody off and he was too arrogant to actually be an understudy and learn. It didn't matter. He was just elected as president. So let's get with the power of stupidity. See, this ain't long at all. It is not difficult to understand how social, political, and industrial power enhances the damaging potential of a stupid person. But one still has to explain and understand what essentially it is that makes a stupid person dangerous to other people. In other words, what constitutes the power of stupidity? Essentially, stupid people are dangerous and damaging because reasonable people find it difficult to imagine and understand unreasonable behavior. An intelligent person may understand the logic of a bandit. The bandit's actions follow a pattern of rationality, nasty rationality, if you like, but still rationality. The bandit wants a plus on his account. Since he is not intelligent enough to devise ways of obtaining the plus as well as providing you with a plus, he will produce his plus by causing a minus to appear on your account. All this is bad, but it is rational, and if you are rational, you can predict it. You can foresee a bandit's actions, his nasty maneuvers, and ugly aspirations, and often can build up your defenses. We're in a climate right now where we're surrounded by a bunch of stupid people. The internet empowers stupid people, and they admit to you that they're stupid. Oh, I'm still disabusing myself of pseudoisms. Oh, I don't care if you properly cited a citation, it's still plagiarism. Oh, y'all are this or y'all are that. Oh, women should fall back and shouldn't stand up and say anything, right? They look for rationalities for their stupidness. I can't make this up. And I'm going to come back to it. I just want to get through it. Now, with the stupid person, all this is absolutely impossible as explained by the third basic law. A stupid creature will harass you for no reason, for no advantage, without any plan or scheme, and at the most improbable times and places. You have no rational way of telling if and when and how and why the stupid creature attacks. When confronted with a stupid individual, you are completely at his mercy because the stupid person's actions do not conform to the rules of rationality. It follows that A, one is generally caught by surprise by the attack. B, even when one becomes aware of the attack, one cannot organize a rational defense because the attack itself lacks any rational structure. See, we had a stupid person come in the chat yesterday in two chats. And the stupid person was insinuating, was it yesterday when they did no, it was Tuesday. They did the Colt versus Colts. They did the Colts versus Colt build on Tuesday. Stupid person was in that chat, began to try to take sneak disses and shots at whoever was paying attention to them. I would believe Brother Chavis and Brother Sutek, because they were returning fire in an instance. And this stupid person, which should have just shut up and just listened to the build and not take no shots, begin to try to insinuate certain things to instigate responses out of people. This stupid person lives to get a reaction out of people. I've never seen a stupid person want the attention of people who aren't as stupid as he is. So he caught them by surprise because here you have Ben and you have Black Panther, Mossy Warrior Clan linked up, doing a build, ironing it out, doing, shows together, whatever. And then you have someone trying to impose their ignorance on something that should have been well appreciated. Right? When have you seen Unc on the Mossy Warrior Clan presenting anything or building with people on any topic? You haven't seen that in a very long time. Right? So why not take advantage of that moment to sit back, peep game, and just listen in on the build and kind of follow the flow? Nah, someone wanted to kill the vibe and mess up the temperature in the room and start instigating arguments and saying outlandish, stupid shit. Stupid people do not follow the rules of rationality. So, the fact that the activity and movements of stupid creature are absolutely erratic and irrational not only makes defense problematic, but it also makes any counterattack extremely difficult. like trying to shoot an object which is capable of most improbable and unimaginable movements. This is what both Dickens and Schiller had in mind when the former state that with stupidity and sound digestion, man may front much. And the latter wrote that against stupidity, the very gods fight in vain. Now, I want to kind of go back, right, to this previous statement here where it talks about the two what are the two levels of what are two factors of stupidity, right? So the two major factors, well, first of all, it depends on the genetic factor. So when you think about a stupid person, you have to think about their genetic factor. Think about it. What are they influenced by? Is it the alcohol? Is it because, outside of YouTube, they have no friends? Is it because they might hate their jobs? Is it because they don't have a woman and, they're struggling in that department to where they can't even get a woman and or no woman is interested in them? So they are upset at the world and they want to impede their stupidity on everyone else. Again, some individuals inherit exceptional doses of the gene of stupidity, and by virtue of inheritance, they belong from birth to the elite of their group. So your stupidness is elite. You high in the class. You got the stupid gene. Look at Tyson, he going ham. He going ham over there. How many people do you know that you watch maybe on YouTube or that you've been around in certain environments possess the stupid gene? I know y'all just tapped in, vibing out, you know what I mean, and just listening in, but I'm asking a real question. Sutek, I know you rolling up, or you doing whatever you doing. How many people you know got the stupid gene, bro? I'm gonna give y'all some examples of the stupid gene if I can pull them up. Yeah, we stand tuned, watching and waiting. Absolutely, just that. From West Africa says, Sean, you are my favorite, bro. Hey man, I can of all the love right back at you, bro. But again, I want to go over the two major factors, right? Now it says the first factor is the genetic factor. Some individuals inherit exceptional doses of gene of stupidity, and by virtue of inheritance, they belong for the birth of the elite. The second factor says, which determines the potential of the stupid person, is related to the position of power and consequence which it occupies in society. What is that saying to me when I look at the state of the community that we're in, the sub community that we're in, and we have people who can teach, edify, and pass or divvy down information. And then you have people who would impose their ignorance on a conversation and change it in a heartbeat. The direction of the conversation could be about horses. But this person will come on here and then they will say something that will insult the intelligence of the panel, and the conversation then begins to go in a different direction where someone's feelings is spilled during a build that had nothing to do with that particular person, because they're holding on to this emotional reaction and that energy that seems to be eating away at their livelihood, that they can't let go of it without holding on, right? This is where stupid people possess the ability to be in that elite group, So when we look at that second factor, which determines the potential of a stupid person is related to a position of power, think about that. You have a channel, you have eyes and ears, you have people that are engaged and appreciate entertainment. So they show up not for the teaching moments, but they show up for the ignorance, the niggerdom, the stupidness. And a majority of those people that actually show up for that entertainment are themselves stupids. So you have and then you get caught up in this realm of, y'all don't even get no views, or you don't even ain't nobody watching what y'all doing over there, and this, that, and the third. Only a stupid person would say that. Someone's watching. Are you telling me that the people that are tapped in and catching the replay are nobodies? These same people that are watching these channels watch your channel. They listen to your ass they listen to you until your stupidity shows, and then they may vacate the premises once it once you do it. Or they might be able to stomach it long enough because they don't have anything else going on at the moment. So they put themselves through rigorous pain just to hear your stupid ass out. See, that's why there's power in stupidity. That's why their stupidity has a class. It says it here, class and caste were the social arrangements which favor the steady supply of stupid people to positions of power in most societies of the pre-industrial world. You give a stupid person a microphone and a crowd, it ain't no telling what's gonna happen. Especially a crowd eager to laugh, um, joke, or find amusement in one's ignorance. You know what I mean? Like, that's dangerous. That's dangerous, especially when you have this cast. You give a stupid person a microphone, and then they're talking about a subject matter that they haven't even read, studied, or participated in learning the works of. For instance, linguistics, or just languages in general, right? How do you qualify yourself to speak on a conversation? Well, all right, let me pull something up on Google, and then I'm just gonna start talking about it. And then I'm gonna find an opposing view, and I'm gonna take the position of the opposing view because it says PhD by the name. And you don't know if the PhD is qualified to speak in that field or not. You're just gonna pull from the first PhD you see, and then you're going to hide behind the PhD because you're a quote unquote showing you the expert. See, that's what stupid people think. And if it offends anyone, I apologize to those who may be offended. No, I don't apologize. But you shouldn't play on other people's ignorance with your stupidity. So, I got to say this again because this line made all the sense in the world. It is not difficult to understand how social, political, and institutional power enhances the damaging potential of a stupid person. But one still has to explain and understand what essentially it is that makes a stupid person dangerous to other people. In other words, what constitutes the power of stupidity? Essentially, stupid people are dangerous and damaging because reasonable people find it difficult to imagine and understand unreasonable behavior. For instance, you just read a paragraph that's quoted and cited, and you still say plagiarism. I ain't letting that down because that is the intelligence of a stupid person. Hold on, well, I don't care if you did quote it, I'm still gonna say plagiarism. We can go back to the comments in the chat where a brother was totally offended because his work was being critiqued Or in this instance, a replay was being shown, used as an example to actually to give context to a whole nother conversation that didn't provide any context, and that was a problem. And a stupid person comes in the chat and then tries to say there's nothing wrong with any kid or this, that, and the third, but still plagiarist, and you're going to have to give everybody their money back and blah, 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 blah. The same person who talked about that we're messing up their money. I don't know what money are you making off an article that's on an open access that's free, but you trying to play the game like some people messing up your money. So you think you messing up other people's money. What you don't know is Sean don't live off this community. Sean doesn't beg this community. Sean doesn't ask for cash apps or do any type of what is that? Whatever sites that you can just raise money on for myself. I don't do any of that. But guess what Sean does do? If someone needs help and someone is in a bind, or someone has some products and services that are available to everyone to get, Sean will invest in supporting those businesses and always have. I can go in my closet and show you those investments. I can go on my bookshelf and show you those investments. I can go on my car and show you those investments. I can go in my bathroom and laundry room and show you those investments because I invest in Coral, the black toothbrush. I even cop True washing detergent, black owned business. You know, when I can support black owned businesses, restaurants, I do that. If we had some black owned oil and gas, I would do that. Black man cut my grass. All of that. But that's just taking it to a level of, oh, you're gonna have to do whatever you're gonna have to do. Go call the YouTube feds, plagiarism police, and see how far they get you, dog. And I know you're trying to dig at, you know, the Shemsu and you know, and potentially me. I don't even care. But this is what happens when an intelligent person may understand the logic of a bandit, but the bandit doesn't understand rationality. Or see, we have to understand stupid people more than we have to understand other smart people. And I think a lot of times when we lower our standards down to stupid people, we can't advance ourselves because stupid people will have us stuck. See, when the advancement of a conversation transpired in 2019, it has been shut up and quiet for 3 years. It is 2022. That thing happened in April of 2019. It revived itself in May of 2022. So 3 years later, we back to 2019. See, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to build around that. Y'all don't want to admit that. Y'all don't want to realize that. Why are we talking about something that was demonstrated in 2019 and 2022? You mean to tell me that it took that long to actually get into all of the other stuff? You know what I'm saying? All of that. Are we serious right now? We serious right now. And see, that's a big issue. Real big issue. You know, Because people be thinking that they know certain things and they really don't even know it, but they only trying to know enough to argue to throw other people who don't have the potential to study these certain things off. This is why we change the dynamics of our presentations and the way that we hit the live button and talk about information. I know you was thinking like, what's going on? But there's a book out, and the book, and I have it in the chat. It's called The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity. It's not a long read. It's very easy, and it doesn't take all day. As you can see, it's only 67 pages, and you can read this in a day. You can read it in basically a couple of hours, depending on the way you may actually read or how you can comprehend information. You know what I'm saying? And in an hour show, I probably could have read you the whole thing, and y'all would have been like, "Wow." But so it talks about the four basic laws, and then it gets into all the other stuff. But look what it says about non-stupid people. Non-stupid people always underestimate the damaging power of stupid individuals. In particular, non-stupid people constantly forget that at all times and places and under any circumstances to deal and or associate with stupid people infallibly turns out to be a costly mistake. What is it saying here for me? It is telling me, Sean, you need to block all the stupid people out. You need to not give them air or room to breathe. You need to focus on what you're focused on and let the stupid people make themselves look stupid. No matter how big of the crowd it is that can't recognize their stupidity, it's not your job to point those things out to them anymore. They're on their own. That's what it's telling me. So it's like this. If I was beating up anyone else, the stupid people would be on board with me beating up other people because it takes the attention off their stupidity. Y'all ain't feeling that. I'm going to say that again. If I was beating up someone else, other people, the stupid people would be on board with that because it takes the attention off the stupid people. If you listening right now, I'm gonna paint a picture for you. All right, so let's go. During the pandemic, right? Where was the stupid people coming to get the information from about COVID? Who, if they was arguing with people on a platform, where did the stupid people go to get people to get information about COVID? Who would have it? Who would have the information? And if they didn't know much about the conversation or whatnot, the stupid people would say, "Where's Sean at? Go get Sean." All right, we got Sean on the panel. So now I'm arguing with who? Stupid people. Because y'all couldn't determine in the conversation that was having prior to my arrival who the stupid people was because it was two stupid people. So you didn't know which one knew, you didn't know which was which in that moment. Until a non-stupid person showed up and then showed you who the stupid people was. But y'all gotta stop acting like I ain't been talking about people's methodology for quite some time since they emerged on the scene. There was issues there. I'm showing you who the stupid people are. That's why I had issues aligning myself with stupid people. So I'm gonna start from the tizzy. That helpless people, namely those who are in an accounting system, fall into the H area, do not normally recognize how dangerous stupid people are, is not at all surprising. Their failure is just another expression of their helplessness. The truly amazing fact, however, is that also intelligent people and bandits often fail to recognize the power to damage inherited in stupidity. It is extremely difficult to explain why this should happen, and one can only remark that when confronted with stupid individuals, often intelligent men as well as bandits, make the mistake of indulging in feelings of self complacency and contemporaneousness instead of immediately secreting adequate quantities of adrenaline and building up defenses. I'm gonna tell you some. I'm not gonna say their name, but I'm gonna say this. There's one person that is stupid as hell, but they try to always sound smart and talk about sociology or social aspects of certain situations and the psychology of early man and so on and so forth. In so doing, they live in the vicinity of Brother Unc and they never met him, but they got the most to say and they claim to be riding and about it and all of this stuff, and you in the same city and never met the brother. You're showing your stupidity because you could have been in bills with brother Ankh in those libraries and even Wujawa and having these face-to-face conversations to even elevate your studies in the area that you want to get into that would have helped advance the community. But because of your stupidity, you didn't want to be smart enough to get out of your own way. See, one is tempted to believe that a stupid man will only do harm to himself, but this is confusing stupidity with helplessness. On occasion, one is tempted to associate oneself with a stupid individual in order to use him for one's own schemes. Such a maneuver cannot but have disastrous effects because A, it is based on complete misunderstandings of the essential nature of stupidity, and B, it gives the stupid person added scope for the exercise of his gifts. One may hope to outmaneuver the stupid, and up to the point one may actually do so. But because of the erratic behavior of stupid, one cannot foresee all the stupid's actions and reactions, and before long, one will be pulverized by the unpredictable moves of the stupid partner. This clearly summarized the fourth basic law, which I read earlier. Now, through centuries and millennia in public and private life, countless individuals have failed to take account of the fourth basic law, and the failure has caused mankind incalculable losses. We talking stupid now. A stupid person is the most dangerous type of a person. Period. You see it right here. Keep thinking it's a game. You're being played by stupidness. Look at this. The corollary of the law is that a stupid person is more dangerous than a bandit. The formulation of the law and its corollary is still the microtype as indicated above. However, the law and its corollary have far-reaching implications of the macro nature. The essential point to keep in mind is this: the result of the action of a perfect bandit, the person who falls on line OM of a figure which is above, is purely and simply a transfer of wealth and or welfare. After the action of a perfect bandit, the bandit has a plus on his account, which plus is exactly equivalent to the minus he has caused to another person. The society as a whole is neither better nor worse off. So when these dudes do a show, are you better off or worse off? You don't know because it doesn't really too much provide you an emphasis to measure your learning ability after you bear witness to their esteemed show. Remember, you said you're gonna tell people not to watch my show. You said that, not me. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't that big of a deal. I don't. I don't live my life views don't drive me. You know what I'm saying? It might inspire other people, might build up their ego, but me, you know what I'm saying? I look at it like I've always looked at life. For me to get whatever I want, however I want, when I want it, I have to go through strenuous circumstances. There's no easy way. Nah, not from the environment that I come from. So I'm a project baby. I grew up in the middle of the projects. My mama's project building was literally by what we call, AKA, the big field. The big field was the center of the projects. In the center of the projects, you would have football games, fights, shootouts, kids playing cops and robbers. You know what I mean? You might see some gang activity, and drugs, and so forth. All of that is the big field. The project buildings protected the big fields from the outside people that drove up and down 14th and 12th Avenue South. And it even kept away police in certain instances if activities was transpiring. You could see them coming from any direction. So you had a way to get away. You had many ways to break. So, you know, it is what it is. But if all members of societies were perfect bandits, the society would remain stagnant, but there would be no major disaster. The whole business would amount to a massive transfers of wealth and welfare in favor of those who would take action. If all members of the society would take action in regular terms, not only the society as a whole, but as individuals would find themselves in a perfectly steady state of no change. When stupid people are at work, the story is totally different. Stupid people cause losses to other people with no counterpart of gains on their own account. Thus, society as a whole is impoverished. The system of accounting, which finds expressions in the basic graphs, shows that while all actions of individuals fall into the right of the line of POM, add to the welfare of the society, although in different degrees, the actions of all individuals fall into the left of the same line, causes or deterioration. So here go this line they're talking about. This one right here, POM, this line. In order for them to be a positive or to gain a positive, they have to do a negative. So think about it. In order for Kent to feel good about himself, to feel like he did a positive, he has to slander my name, or he has to slander Sutek, or he has to slander Chavis, or he has to instigate some type of a difficulty or argument in the chat from some shit he never understood. But because he didn't never understand it himself, or whatever the actual issues were, he can project whatever it is that he wants to frame it, to spend it in the chat to be a distraction, and his crooked ass line right here will then go positive for him because he's going to feel a particular way about his ego. In return, there will be negatives that will come behind that. There will be a group of people who may be keen to what he's will be paying attention to the little mini arguments that happen in the chat, and then all of a sudden that possesses an influence on one's ignorance, and then next thing you know, the stupid people feel like they have arrived because he's brought them up to a position in which they shouldn't have been in. Now, in other words, the helpless with overtones of intelligence, the bandits with overtones of intelligence, and above all, the intelligent, and all contribute, though in different degrees, to accrue to the welfare of a society. On the other hand, the bandits with overtones of stupidity and the helpless with overtones of stupidity manage to add losses to those caused by stupid people, thus enhancing the nefarious destructive power of the latter group. All this suggests some reflection on the performance of societies. According to the second basic law, the fraction of stupid people is a constant which is not affected by time, space, race, class, or any other social, cultural, and or historical variable. It would be a profound mistake to believe the number of stupid people in a declining society is greater than in a developing society. Both such societies are plagued by the same percentage of stupid people. The difference between the two societies is that in the society which performs poorly, the stupid members of the society are allowed by the other members to become more active and take more actions. So, what you have done, ladies and gentlemen, is you have armed stupid people with the ability to play on your emotions and your intelligence when you view the stupid. And B, there is a change in the composition of the non-stupid section with the relative decline of populations of areas I, H, and B, and are proportionate increases of populations of area H and B. That's why, Unc, I told you that if you didn't show up on there when many people tap in. This theoretical presumption is abundantly confirmed by an exhaustive analysis of historical cases. In fact, the historical analysis allows us to reformulate the theoretical conclusions in a more factual way and with more realistic detail. For instance, whether one considers classical or medieval or modern or contemporary times, one is impressed by the fact that any country moving uphill has its unavoidable fractions of stupid people. However, the country moving uphill also has an unusually high fraction of intelligent people who manage to keep the fraction at bay and at the same time produce enough gains for themselves and the other members of the community to make progress a certainty. What are you gaining from stupid people? What are you gaining from stupid people? What kind of value are they adding to your life? Hmm? Remember, Kimoyo is about adding life to life. You have a faction of people that don't even respect the fact of the meaning of Kimoyo, let alone all any other instances where things could be a little bit better off for people psychologically and so forth. But in a country which is moving downhill, the fraction of stupid people is still equal to, however, in the remaining population, one notices among those in power an alarming proliferations of the bandits with overtones of stupidity. And among those not in power are equally alarming growth in the number of helpless individuals. Such change in the composition of the non-stupid people population inevitably strengthens the destructive power of the fraction and makes a decline of certainty, and the country goes to where? Hell. Man, I'm telling y'all, I could have read this whole thing to y'all, bro. Y'all to find this whole thing interesting as hell. It says 67 pages, but it's literally like less than like 30 pages in my opinion, because there's so many gaps within this particular text that we could have got into it, because we could have got into, these different phases of or levels of where stupid people at. Yep. And this was an actual book. Uh-huh. And I wanted to come right here because you see somebody's name right here. Darwin. Y'all know who uses Darwin a lot. So let me give you context on what it actually is saying right here. Human affairs are admittedly in a deplorable state. This, however, is no novelty. As far back as we can see, human affairs have always been in a deplorable state. The heavy load of troubles and the miseries that human beings have to bear as individuals as well as members of organized societies is basically a byproduct of the most improbable and I would dare say stupid way in which life was set up at its very inception. After Darwin, we know that we share our origin with lower members of the animal kingdom. And worms as well as elephants have to bear their daily share of trials, predicaments, and ordeals. Human beings, however, are privileged in so far as they have to bear an extra load, an extra dose of tribulations originated daily by a group of people within the human race itself. This group is much more powerful than the mafia or the military industrial complex or international communism. It is an unorganized, unchartered group which has no chief, no president, no bylaws, and yet manages to operate in perfect unison as if guided by an invisible hand in such a way that the activity of each member powerfully contributes to strengthen and amplify the effectiveness of the activity of all other members. The nature, character, and behavior of the members of this group are the subject of the following pages. Stupid people. Let me point out at this juncture that most emphatically, this little book is neither a byproduct of syncretism nor exercise in defeatism. no more than a book of microbiology. The following pages are, in fact, the result of constructive effort to detect, know, and thus possibly neutralize one of the most powerful dark forces which hinder the growth of human welfare and happiness. Yeah, I thought that I was playing. We have groups of people out there that are doing just that, hindering. They are hindering the growth of the human welfare and happiness. They think that they're being scientific in their endeavors and that this is how science works when they don't even know how science works, but yet they are making these projections. The class is stupid. It is a real thing. Y'all thought it was a game, man. So, yeah, man. You get an opportunity to check that book out. Check the book out. It's there. It's there. It's there all the way. Oh, I shouldn't even share that book. So, ultimately, man, we just got to be careful and watch out for stupid people, man. For real. Tyson, boy, you is going in right now. But we just have to be careful, man. So they're going to continue to exist. And we the people, we provide them an opportunity to be able to do whatever it is that they do, and then it goes on from there. So I don't even know who Crown Sensei. Oh, Crown Sensei son. We ain't gonna need that. My bad, y'all talking about these dogs. But let's see. Uh-oh. I see what you on, Keenan. But it is what it is. So I don't even know who's still in this junk. But let me see what I can figure out right here. Are they still arguing Gilly and Wag 100? Yeah, that's okay. But I really don't have nothing else, man. I just really wanted to get into stupid people. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get into that because I wanted to make sure that I was clear. You know, because people seem to think that you can't challenge a peer review process and all these other things that they try to muster up or come with. It was just craziness. You just got to look at them and move on. Got to look at them and move on, man. Straight up and down. Be careful in these YouTube streets. It's true right there. Posteriors. Hey, Robert Rand, you still here? I wanna ask you some stuff. Where you at? I don't know if you I don't know what you got going on, but you ain't busy. Hit that link. Well, anybody really want to hit the link. You can be totally against me. Hit the link. You got questions you want to ask me? Hit the link. Hit the link. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these plagiarism claims from people who ain't never wrote a book or an article in their life. And then let's talk about the plagiarism claim for the person who put an article out and they ain't got no other body of work at all, but they gonna tell you what is and what is not. And then let's go find it. Let's see if we can go find it. I want to pull back up since that whole little thing where dude was like, dude said, what did he say? He said, They found something in Wiki, so let's do that. Yeah, give me a second, like, y'all. Let me find that. I'm gonna have some fun with this real quick because I want to show the people, right? I want to show the people how it go. What's this? What's Sute email at? Hold on, I gotta find this email. Sute email right here. Hold on, where it go? Why are they saying that? Oh, I ain't got permission. Sute, if you still listening, you ain't doing nothing else. That email that you sent me, can you resend it again? You know, the email for the PDF. I don't think that I downloaded it. I don't think I downloaded it at all. Hey, while I'm waiting on Sutek real quick, let me do y'all a favor real quick, cause I just want to let y'all know where we are right now in this time. I ain't into no show or nothing like this. I'm just trying to buy me some time real quick to see if Sutek reply.
I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather die, death is welcome, rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Side high, I ain't your traditional. Rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you. I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbeciles stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals, trust me, it's not intentional. It's the difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit. A slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walking around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when them niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak.
I look at the sorry state of black men in America today. The destruction of the family, the loss of integrity.
These niggas weak, man. So, yeah, it ain't taking me long. I ended up finding what I was looking for. So I want to kind of put this on the screen real quick. Let's deal with it. A lot of people actually had this book. There's a a lot of people that actually have this book, man, and we're appreciative of the fact that there's a section of people out there that actually have it and read the book. And unlike many other people, you haven't had any real issues with whatever it is. If there was any issues, you know, we welcome those. But we haven't really found anything from anyone in regard to certain stuff. So I want to kind of, golly, that chapter was long. Who chapter is this? Okay, Sutek. Okay. Chapter 8 is Cipolla. So let me go back to 6. There we go. So let's do this real quick. And you can see it on the screen. This is a long quote. Yep. So there was something said that something came back to Wiki. So let's do this. Let's deal with it. Here we go. Comedicism and whatever. Now, remember on Wiki, what does Wiki do? What does Wiki do? Wiki will provide you with the sources. So, Comedic orthodoxy is a new religious movement based on Comedicism, which is a reconstruction of ancient Egyptian religion. Who is the source for this? Comedic orthodoxy. We click on the source and it takes us to where they got it from. So this is the entry that went into the Wiki article. Okay. Now, watch this. I'm gonna go back to Wiki. I'm gonna go up to who provides the source, and as you can see, the House of Nature, retrieved on the 4th of October 2013. So let's go back to the article, right? So where do I say this at? Command F. Medicism or some shit like that. All right, so Comedicism, also referred to as Neterism or Egyptian neo-paganism, is the contemporary revival of ancient Egyptian religion and blah, 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 blah. There's 2 sites of this. Oh, here we go. Comedicism and Comedic orthodoxy, both functional like a Baptist church on Sunday morning. That's because I'm writing right there. But then there's a quote right here. Comedicism, orthodox, grew out of the teaching of Soweto, the beginning temple of whatever. Now, this doesn't say this right here. Despite its whatever, let me go back to Comedicism because I want to get y'all into the habit of how this works. Now, Comedicism, also sometimes referred to as Neterism or Egyptian neo-paganism, or the revival of ancient Egyptian religion, the expression of religion in classical or late antiquity, emerging during the 1970s. A Comedic is one who follows Comedicism. Here's the source. Now, you have brothers, right? Because this is in my article. You have brothers, right, that says that I was talking about something that goes back to Wiki. Now, this came from here at this time. Now, I don't know why it's not available at this particular juncture, but the Wiki article, right, gave me a source. This source was here. Michelle Daughtry, October 2014, right? What I got highlighted here isn't an issue, because watch this. Let me put Michelle in. Nope. Let me try to find this word. And I'm going to show y'all where this source at. How I spell her name again? Oh, yeah, like my brothers. I think I got this quote in here. I think I spelled it wrong. I can't spell tonight, man. Let's see if I got this in here. I don't have this one in here. But anyway, y'all can see where I'm going with this. So let's continue. So, several main groups and blah, blah, blah. Then it goes back, Comedic orthodoxy. Go to the second. You have Harrison. And goes through and do there. Now, I know y'all seen, look at that. Bobby E. Wright. Oh shoot. Man, I wasn't trying to get to that. Hold on, it took me off my page. I guess because when I put in the name, it did that. So let's start over. So here go the article in its entirety. Goes through, and of course, you know this is all me talking. Goes through, here's a quote. All right. Goes through, comes all the way out, and then it says what it says. And this comes up out of the Journal of Egyptian Archaeology, volume 36. It continues on, and then it goes to Sorensen 2016. That's referring to that. Now, I give you the sources somewhere else, but it is what it is. I continue to make my argument here, keep on going here, ask questions, and then I quote this guy, Sanubian. So let's look up Sanubian real quick, because he is a factor in this whole thing. Damn, what was this dude article name? I'll get it in a minute. I used Dawson's book because I got the PDF. I mean, yeah, I had the PDF of her book, and it goes through the same thing, where it talks about, look, Comedicism became an orthodoxy, but functions like a Baptist Sunday church. And then the quote here, Kemetic orthodoxy grew out of the personal teachings of Soweto. The temple began in 1988 when she claimed to have an experience of a series of their initiation with Wiccan priestesses. This comes from a book, Dawson, 2004, 2009, right? And then it goes on, Comedicism also from Netzerism and blah, 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 blah. It goes all the way down and continues to go into there. Now, I didn't separate. Whoever edited it separated where the end quote was supposed to be with the actual person, but this is where it comes from. Reginald Ku Akru, right? Keep on going down and you keep on writing. And this PDF is actually an older version of the PDF, but you just keep on going all the way down and you come up with the same source. So let's go back to this Comedicism bullshit. Sorry for disrespecting you Comedics. Now, basically, in an instance, if I'm reading something, I'm going here. When I go here, I'm going to go to the source. When I pull up the source, I'm reading from here. I know I ain't going to find it on here because I got to do this. All right, so let me read more. All right, so Profane Egyptologist, Paul Harrison, and here go your book. Now, I can go into my thing and pull up the book, and we can get all the way into what everybody else is getting into. But the thing is, yeah, it's a citation. What I showed was a citation, but the reason that we do that is because we get the gist of everybody's arguments out in it. So if anything, you know, if I miss the citation, say, well, you missed the cite right here, then that's cool. But don't act like I'm not citing shit because I don't do anything to try to cite anything out of my own merit. I don't do any of that. But this was our very first, and I ain't making no excuse for it. You know what I mean? It's our first book. We writing. I'm challenging the stuff. But this goes back to Brother Ben's point. Like, why y'all ain't, and I'm gonna get to the sources here in just a second. Why they not challenging the information or what I am saying or refuting, right? Why they ain't dealing with that? So let's do this. I forgot we did this in this book. Let me blow this up where people can see this. I forgot we did this, bro. I think that this was one of the dopest things that we did as with this particular book. Let me try to get rid of the sidebar. All right, so in our very first publication, this is what we did. The Birth of a Family and Brotherhood, Kofi Paisai TV Family and Affiliate Research Team by Kofi Paisai. So before I get to the research, and he spent this, how you know this is the wrong PDF, because this is an old PDF. He spelled research wrong. So I want to. This ain't the one that's in the book. Well, you can check the book and double check, but I doubt this is the one that's in the book. But he goes on, and Kofi writes and tell everybody about how the group got started and how it's going there. I think this is one of the dopest things, right? He gives out credit to people and so on and so forth, the team, what we wrote about in this book. But look here. Unc West, who was the founder of the Amara Squad, Pseudo Killers, and co-member of the Masawari clan, constantly surround yourself. What did Unc say? Surround yourself around people that are smarter than you. He forgot to put the end quote. This is how I know this wasn't a book version. If it got through, then shoot, it's an updated version out there. But anyway, he quotes Unc. Unc says, surround yourself around people that are smarter than you. Surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. And I listened to him and did just that. But he ain't even taking his own god dang it advice. Shots fired. I'm coming for you. But anyway, let's move on, man. Let me get to the nitty gritty. Let's go see if we can pull up these sources. Chapter 6. Geraldine Pinch. Look at that. Sourced. Wilkerson. Sourced. Look at that. Reginald Martin. Comedic Spirituality versus Christianity. Sourced. Right? Look, ladies and gentlemen, they was online talking about the wiki article, right? They kept on saying certain stuff. Now, I sourced the wiki article and the people where it came from because I was trying to be safe here. I even sourced the damn image, which you didn't see in other people's works. Look at this. Sorensen, when he gave that big old bullshit ass speech, debunking the Jesus Horse connection or whatever, these are the sources that comedics use. I went at their sources. I went at all of them. So when I was writing what I was writing it in a style where if I had to rewrite this chapter, I basically would rewrite this chapter and argue it in a different way based on some information that I got from the big homie. But I'm challenging the whole philosophy of the comedicism. That's what that chapter is about. But I provide the sources 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I source the image. I was never acting like some shit was my shit. Never. So when you see someone saying some of the things that they actually was saying, you know, it is what it is at this moment. And look, here are typos. This is an issue. Why is this an issue? Because it's lowercase. Ujawu really had a whole issue with Kemet being capitalized. To tell you the truth, all of that should have been lowercase. One's own ignorance, but you won't see that mistake elsewhere. You won't see it. Look at that. Comedic Christianity seems to be exactly what Sunday services are in the black church. Yeah, Sean, you plagiarizing, bro. Where you get this from? Where you get this from, bro? Who you plagiarize, bro? Who you plagiarize, bro? And I'm pretty sure out of this PDF, because it's an older one, I should have some errors in this. Because we had, man, you don't even know how many copies we had when we was trying to put this together. Big oversized unks. Big oversized unks. 70 or 80. 70. Yep. All right, so let's go to plagiarism. Look at this. It says one match for plagiarism. One match for it. Today we have a few different types of. Look, click to copy. Let's see what it says. Now let's see if we can find out where this match is coming from. This is a common phrase that's in people's papers. But like hell, I can't even find it. But how many people that you know that wrote anything that may have used these same 7 words? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, in this instance, 8. When you use those plagiarism apps, they look for the same 7 words. Today, we have a few different types of. This is common. Let's see if we can find out how often this has been used. And it's me and my own words. Are you seeing it showed up like that? Types of is coming up all over. Well, I ain't gonna be able to find it like that. So it don't even make no sense why I'm even trying. But anyway, they never read the article. They just only wanted to insinuate something was plagiarism because of how they do things. But as you can see, there's a bunch of sources here and references towards certain things. Even in this junked up PDF thing, it is what it is with that. But I'm not mad at it. I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about it. You know, it was our very first publication. Let the haters hate. Let them come the way they want them to come. This is the shirt they all had on yesterday. Tyson, you was a little loud on that one, bruh. Let me show y'all something though. Let me show y'all something. See, this is how I know this the messed up version. Because the way the forward is written, and the forward was written a little bit funny. So let's do this. We just having fun, right? We just having some fun. Tyson, you need to lay on your stomach, bro. All right, so plagiarism. 3% of your text. Look at this. Scientific literacy is a vaccine against the charlatans. Look, so let's go to the article. This is Ain't me. Ain't nobody else is on. Live long and prosper. So we have an article here that should bring up uh uh sh- let me copy this. Cali. I'm gonna come back to this other one. Command F. Paste. All right. So here it is. Vaccine against charlatans. Scientific literacy is a vaccine against the charlatans of the world who would exploit our ignorance. Without it, we are unprotected. So, did he steal this from these people? Did Unc steal this from these people? Look at that. Let's go back. Let's see who wrote this right here. The grass on here. Look. Scientific literacy is a vaccine against the charlatans. We're gonna say that he stole that from somebody? Hmm? How bold are y'all? How bold are you? Are you going to say that he stole this line? Scientific literacy is a vaccine against the charlatans from this WordPress article right here. How bold are you? How challenging are you? Okay, well, what about this? Fancy.com, the Sheikh and Tajiyab quote. He cites Diop, right? Cites Diop, right? And there's two quotes on here. There's another quote on here too. He cites Diop again right here. But that's what I'm saying, how tricky this shit is, man. You and I both see that he actually cited his source. Yet and still it shows up as the plagiarism issue. And then it takes us. So what it is if they can find your information online, then they're going to deem it or ding it as plagiarism. So they're going to ask you to check so that you're giving credit to the proper person in your body of work. Period. Wherever you got the information from. StreamYard funny. StreamYard funny, bro. Yeah, y'all don't even know what's going on right now. Can y'all hear? I know y'all can hear. Y'all can hear now. Yeah. So I don't know what happened with StreamYard. With StreamYard acting absolutely funny right now. Once again, man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to go back to Zoom and get Zoom in. Look how that's working, bro. Them are working on a whole nother flip side. I don't know what it is either, but something acting funny than a mug. Alright, so look. Y'all don't hear. Y'all can hear Tyson. Can y'all hear Tyson snoring? Oh, I had something up that was running. I ain't even woke up. Y'all hear him? Come on, man. Y'all can't sit here and lie and say y'all don't see. Y'all hear this dude. This dude loud as all get out. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix something. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, man, like I said, stream y'all tripping, bro. It just started going crazy, like real crazy. I did update yesterday, but I don't know what was going on with that. Like, it's not even like responding correctly, so I switched to my phone. But like I was saying, man, we have to be very careful with these assertions and the way people are trying to do it now. Um, it's personal for some people. It's not personal to agree to where, you know what I mean. I'm invested into something because it doesn't consume me and it doesn't pay me. But if I'm bored or something like that, I can get into whatever I want to get into it, whether I'm off work or whatever. But I study differently now, and you know, I ain't letting people move me off of what's going on. I know when we're being hoodwinked. What is this in the corner? I know when we're being hoodwinked. So uh, I'm privy to all of those things. But let me see if I can get back in here. I'm trying to see right now. But yeah, like my laptop on my laptop stream, y'all went like haywire. It's still acting funny now. Maybe somebody done hacked into my you know what I'm saying? Oh, brother Reggie, he didn't get mad at me and he didn't put a hex on. Yep. He didn't get super mad, bro. But I put the link in the chat though, man. I don't know if anybody wants to join in, if they had questions, comments, concerns, if they had issues, beef, anything that they want to get off their chest. It's in there. The link is in there. All right, so let's see this. Let me move this. Let me move. I got anything else up there that I don't want up? Nope. Everything else is working fine. Yep, I can scroll this dude. Man, I ain't even X'd out of this dude article, bro. That's how bad it is. I got this dude article just sitting there. Y'all just don't even know, man. Cause you wanna, like, when you're arguing against someone's position regarding a subject matter, especially if it's written, you wanna make sure of a couple of things, that you know their argument. What is the writer trying to say to me? What is their intent? Right? And what is the supportive evidence to arrive at the conclusion that they have? And why are they using a particular method to argue their position? And you're looking at all of that. Let me see if it let me in the studio now. If it don't, man, I ain't gonna waste too much more of y'all time, bro. Like, for real, for real. And I don't think it's gonna do that. All right, so StreamYard has gone haywire. Try it one more time. Nah, I ain't even gonna hold. I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. Look. It said I joined, but I ain't joined. Yeah. I'm cool off that. But look, man, y'all enjoy y'all evening. Hopefully y'all find something to learn from within this particular bill. Be careful out there in these YouTube streets. They gonna get hot and heated over the next possibly couple of weeks. I don't know. You'll probably hear one last hurrah from me regarding the subject matter. Because I'm going to say something and then I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to let what I say stand in the way of however people feel. I'm going to make one last attempt at trying to save my friend from his own fall and legacy. And I'm saying that like I'm gonna stop caring. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm gonna make one last push at trying to, to save my friend from his own ignorance, because he said to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. And if he's tripping, then we need to, check him on his tripping, and maybe a different approach. Maybe I need a different approach or something like that for that to seep in, so that he can see like, hey, look, there's a problem here, bro. You might want to take a step back, reanalyze your position and perspective, and change what you got going on, because what you think is working, just because you're getting 100 views or whatever, you get hundreds of people in the chat or whatever, if you think that's the lick, then that ain't the lick. Like, I'm really trying to get the smelling sauce out. So if I'm successful at the smelling sauce, then hopefully we'll see the return of the real black atheist. If not, then, this modified version of who he is today may be maybe just who he gonna be till his time is out, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he can get like a old boy and just become senile and ignorant of his own way. Or he could, man, I was tripping, wasn't it? Yep. You was tripping. But it's okay. But y'all enjoy, man, and hopefully I don't know if I'm gonna be live or anything else for a minute. I'm gonna try to just stay in the chat rooms and or just out the way until I'm ready to open my mouth about this thing that I got going on, and then we'll keep people informed and we'll see how people feel about it. You know what I mean? And then see if they really want to have the hard conversations. Especially with them defending the person that they're defending. Remember, all of this drama stems from an individual trying to defend another individual. Now, as far as the back and forth about the meaning of the place name Kemet, there's no back and forth about the meaning of the place name Kemet. There's some insinuations that have gone on, and then there's some difference in opinions and stuff like that, egotistically, regarding certain aspects of other people's works that seems to come up. But overall, somebody is under scrutiny and they got to deal with that. Whether it don't matter to me, you know what I'm saying? You can find whatever it is you have. If you have a flaw with a format, that's cool. We can deal with that. You know what I'm gonna tell you? Like I told you today, man, you right. I should have put them in this. Should have did or should have did that. I ain't gonna say nothing against all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm ready for whatever, because I don't care. I don't get paid off no views or nothing like that. Sure, people don't watch me, that's fine. Cancel me. I'm ready for it.
Shit. Hey, yo, give me the motherfucking chainsaw, blood. This motherfucker was a trip. What's up now, motherfucker? These niggas ain't bigger than me. These niggas ain't Nas, ain't Jigger to me. These niggas ain't M, they ain't 50 to me. You ain't Pun, you ain't Pop, you ain't Biggie to me. These niggas ain't Crips, they ain't 60s to me. These niggas ain't Bloods, they ain't dripping with me. Niggas talking that shit by the new generation, man. Fuck these niggas, I slash your fucking faces. You niggas ain't so shit, not an album or a rock. Pussy nigga putting rings on my old bitch. Dick down the throat ass niggas, old hoe ass niggas. Happy cause you ain't gold ass niggas. These niggas ain't spitting with me. You ain't sicker than me. Fuck out my section, you ain't sitting with me. This for very important people. It's clear that we not equal. Clear you niggas faggots. I'm the Black Marshall Matt. Like yin 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 on the motherfucker. Who needs Hulk Hogan when you got Sting on this motherfucker? Less than 5 albums, kiss the ring on this motherfucker. California throne and I'm the king on this motherfucker. I don't wanna hear it. Weak ass lyrics, crying on the hook, thinking we gon' feel it. Old lost ass niggas, voice crack when you talk ass nigga, rolling blunts for the boss ass niggas. I came in with Ye, Jeezy and boss ass niggas. Your freshman come for a whole bunch of soft ass niggas. Tampon lyricists evacuate the premises. Mute BET ciphers cause I don't wanna hear that shit. May you rest in piss, you fuck niggas. A Frank Ocean, go ahead, fuck these fuck niggas. Yeah, they fuck niggas. Ain't no 3 stacks in your class, so take your top 10 spot and shove it up your ass, bitch, boy. Niggas already fucked your bitch, you bitch, boy. And every time you kiss on that hoe, you suck my dick, you bitch, boy. And when you buy that hoe a bag, that bitch carry my bricks, you bitch, boy.